Okay, so it's the next day or the next week. You came back. That's good. I like it when I see that. So, the reason why you're seeing all these 2002 movies, video reviews, that I would have put out in 2002 is because the early beginning of 2002, YouTube decided they wanted to censor my movies. They took 3 off, so I wanted to keep the channel up, and they weren't going to let up. So I decided to go ahead and start putting them on, schedule them all out for 2002-3, which is why you're seeing them now, probably in the second month or third month of 2002-3. And they're all set premieres so that people can see them now that they're coming out. I'm not hiding anything. So, this is an approach that nobody else has taken with YouTube politics, and so I'm going to see if this works. So now we're gonna go ahead and subscribe and like. It probably should be up there. It should have been up there for the whole time, but if it's not, it will be right now. Then go ahead and hit the bell icon when you do that, and we'll talk about more on the blog. Well, I should have posted by now on the blog about the problems with YouTube and a couple other problems I've been having, because I talked about those on another channel, and I keep talking about them. And we're going to go ahead and go on with our movie. So we're talking about the movie Bewitched, not the TV show, because the movie was based upon the TV show from the 1960s, Bewitched. In the TV show, they did a pretty good special effects movie for the technology they had at the time, which was really a good, TV show, not movie. But they did a pretty good job. It ran for 5 seasons. Sorry, I got the DVDs here someplace. It's on my Plex server, so I'm okay. I can watch it whenever I want. It's kind of a stupid comedy then. They were based in back east someplace. It wasn't L.A. in the show, or the TV show. But this 2005 movie from Sony Pictures is basically Bewitched modernized a little bit in a movie. They have all the same characters, just different people. So our actress, or our star of this romantic comedy fantasy, is Will Ferrell and Nicole Kidman. And then they run around. It starts with Will Ferrell being acting like an actor, you would think, in Hollywood, to get this program made. Our witch, or the lady that plays a witch, but Nicole Kidman, ends up popping in and decides she's not going to use magic no more. Which is a funny thing for a witch not to use magic. It's like telling a duck not to go in water. Or even, telling Jack Black's in this one too, looks like. Or even telling a zebra not to have spots or stripes. Or a tiger, he can't be a cat. Kind of one of those things. So anyway, she ends up getting a house with magic, of course. Car in the garage with the house fully furnished. She keeps adding signs and all that fun stuff with magic. It's kind of funny. It gets your attention right away to see what kind of crazy stuff they're going to do with this movie. And it goes along, and she ends up getting approached by Will Ferrell on the street to apply to audition for this movie. Apply would probably work too. So they end up hiring her because she's got the nose moving technique of the original Bewitched taken care of. She knows how to do it. Then she's got, neighbors. This movie is based in L.A. because they have to have the studios involved because that's where they're making the sitcom over again in the studios. But this is a movie about making the sitcom. So anyway, she ends up, the witch ends up hearing what she wants from Will Ferrell. I need you. We need you. That's what she wanted. She wanted to be needed, not used for entertainment like the Warlocks did where she came from. Kind of like what we do now in the world. So there is a little bit of politics involved in this. So anyway, they go through all the scenes. They pop in and out. They show basically in the background. They don't show all the special effects how they're made, but they give you an idea. She falls in love in the show with Will Ferrell, and then gets her heart broken, and they make a bunch of episodes. She's taken over the ratings, of course, for the Bewitched, and Will Ferrell with his actor with the position that he's playing in this one doesn't like it. Then Aunt Dora makes him fall in love with her. It's really an interesting movie, and I think the Aunt Dora actor is the original one from the original show, but if not, she looks awful lot like her. This was a funny comedy movie, love story. When she actually, towards the end, she actually tells Will Ferrell that she is a witch, and she jumps on her broom and tells him the car knows its way home. I know a lot of drunk guys that say that at the bar too. The car knows its way home. I'll be fine. I think I even said it a couple times when I was getting drunk. But this movie, was really a good, funny one. At the time, I took 2 or 3 women to see this movie after I went and saw it myself. It was worth taking dates to. Wasn't the ones they wanted to see, but it was worth taking dates to. They wanted to see the horror movies. That way they could jump into your lap. But this was pretty good. So this movie was put out by Columbia Pictures with Red Wagon Entertainment. Reimagined, they reimagined Bewitched because the original didn't fit modern times. Because Darren Stevens in the original was replaced, and they talk about that in this movie, and nobody even noticed. Well, some of us noticed, but not everybody. I watched it in reruns as a kid because it was still on. It was a good show. It was worth watching. So anyway, this thing released at January 2004, 2005. It ran 102 minutes. It came out in the United States, and it's an English movie. And I rated it at 5 stars. So it's worth watching. Probably everything's worth watching that I have because I like almost everything I have, except for a couple. But I have them anyway, so they're part of my collection, so I'll end up watching them anyway, so they don't go to waste. So they did they spent $85 million on making this, and at the box office it made $131.4 million. So they made money out of it, but it wasn't real popular like a couple of the last ones we just recently did. So they did a real good job on this with the special effects. Having those 2 actors working together was actually pretty good. They did a lot of couples fights in this one. Surprised they didn't make them go to couples counseling in this one because you were thinking they should have. Then, when they were fighting, the Warlock dad tells the daughter to go home wherever home's at, and you'll have to watch the movie to find out where home's at. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and call this one the end, and hopefully enjoy the music and the brick wall in the background at the end. But make sure you come back for the next one, and in a week or tomorrow, depends upon which channel you're watching it on. And be safe, take care. I got to get my stuff in the right spot. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.